Blessings, family. Sorry for the shaky camera. I'm just coming in because I want to show you what a nuclear shill looks like, or a nuclear troll. And what
nuclear troll? Are you serious? You really going to call me that? I'm anti-nuclear. Wow. Are you just serious? Go on, play the video.
they talk about, because I think it's important, because if you ever start talking about it, you'll run across them. So there's this guy who comes out.
Yep, that's me.
He complimented me on a share I did. If radiation's so deadly, why haven't we all dropped dead yet? And he said they'll use our terminology. He said, "Well put, my goddess." Please get out of here, white guy.
Shut up, idiot. I was just trying to be respectful and nice, that's all. And you're just gonna label me a white guy even though I'm clearly black? Really? Wow. Just shut up.
And then the next comment, I'm just gonna read them real quick. Tell me, have you ever heard of Chernobyl? Like, yo, dude, I'm talking about radiation and I've never heard of Chernobyl. What do you think? See, they think we're all idiots. And I said, I surely...
Yeah, about that. She seemed like she haven't, really. She'd never do any comparisons to Chernobyl or anything like that. Wow. There she go on mocking me like a typical fool would. But go on.
Appreciate that retaxed. And it'll be...
My name's spelled backwards.
It'd be impossible to pay attention to Fuku as imperfectly as I do and not have heard of Chernobyl. Let me situate this tripod so it's you're not ready to haul. I just didn't understand radiation back then when it blew. Peace and light, I wish.
I understand that way younger than you did. And I'm like way younger than you, and I understood this way earlier of an age than you did. See, this is how slow people can be nowadays. She's like old as hell when she just started learning about this a few years ago. That shows people like her, that shows her progress, really.
And then he said, Chernobyl was a very severe major nuclear disaster.
Yeah, me dropping some
all
facts
time,
on her.
Even on the level of Fukushima, saying that it's better or
Fukushima is far worse, by the way. This was just a raw comparison that she never does and failed to do because, you know, she's just not on my level like that.
So I'm about to block him, so I just want to get...
Because she's getting destroyed. That's why she blocked me. But yeah, go on.
Camera, you can read this yourself. I don't want to go into it because it's all a bunch of malarkey. It's a lot.
Because she just don't know. She's just not on my level. She don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I knew exactly what she was talking about, and she's just poorly educated on the subject, and she really shouldn't be talking about this.
It's a lot of malarkey. So I answered...
She's a retarded. She's retarded.
Yes, it was indeed horrific. 1 million dead, but I know it's been more as it's caused untold cancers and millions of deformities forever, but it was no Fukushima. Even TEPCO acknowledges that now. Peace to you. Then the next comment, 56 lines. You know daggone well I'm not going to read that, but I will scroll it through. You can pause it.
Because she don't know anything, and she's just glorifying her ignorance. This is information you should know right here. She's not that critical as I am on this subject, and she should just go home on this.
Get yourself. He's going on the details of Chernobyl.
It's Fukushima, you idiot. Those are the details of Fukushima, not Chernobyl. It was just a side detail on that comment section.
Alright, and trust, they're all lies, and I've gone over them myself.
She's so ignorant, really. It's pretty freaking evident. I'm basically saying the same thing you're saying. But, you know, people nowadays, they just don't pay attention to anything.
In different shares, so I just answered quickly. But it has already exploded. No need for a collapse, because he was talking about the spent fuel pool that's supposed to be up on building number 4. And if you go to Dana Durnford's channel, Beautiful Girl by Dana, all one word, you will find he has plenty of videos where he shows pictures of building 4. It was in such a sorrowful state, but more on that coming up in
I already seen that sorrowful state building, and there's a pool on top of there. Didn't you see the fire trucks and the fire hoses? People nowadays, you don't pay it. That's your problem. You don't pay attention to details. You really do not. You don't really respect what the other person has to say, and that's your problem.
Comments to this guy. I said, but it's already exploded. No need for a collapse. Plutonium was found in chunks as far away as Tokyo.
Exploded? What is that supposed to mean? No shit, it exploded. But that doesn't mean that the fuel pool is still not there. It's still there, apparently, even though it has exploded. Those chunks are supposed to melt all over the place. Don't believe this crap.
So he says, that couldn't be. It was the reactor that caught on fire after it exploded because the spent fuel pool lost water. Reactor number 4 still have highly radioactive spent fuel rods in the pool that must be taken out, and TEPCO never touched that building ever since they put out the fire. Daggone too, they never touched it. So how in the world they had these pristine photos where supposedly
I seen those pristine photos. I seen those photos. That's not what I was saying here, and that's what she failed to obviously pay attention to.
These newscasters were in the building of unit number 4. And here, I'll explain why that's impossible.
Wow.
Have you seen that building? Have you read the FOIA obtained emails from the NRC that stated there were fires in the spent fuel pool? Have you seen the pictures?
No, you seem to not understand what my point lies in.
Pictures that clearly show there's no water in that cracked pool. Are you aware how volatile zirconium cladding is? What zirconium cladding, that's the stuff that they cover these spent fuel rods. What a spent fuel rod is it's the waste. They call it waste from the fissioning process of nuclear reactors. It's too hot for them to do anything with. They can't sell it, they can't handle it, so they put it literally in a pool of water, and it was on top of the building. These fuel rods are covered in zirconium cladding because it's the only thing that can withstand the heat of this nuclear, it's no longer nuclear fuel, but spent fuel, because that's how hot it is. So zirconium is the same stuff. Remember the flash bulbs in those old cameras that used to go like that as soon as you just, pressed, took your picture? That's what zirconium is. It is more volatile than a match. So if those fuel pools don't have water going over them, that zirconium cladding cannot handle that heat anymore, and they explode. And this is
it's exposure. It's exposed to the air.
But the FOIA obtained emails from the NRC testify to. This is not something that I'm making up, but I just want you to know what nuclear shills are. Now, here we go.
A nuclear shield? I'm against those people, and you're just so, your comprehension is just so low. I expected more from you, really.
And I see he is got a friend on there, but anyway.
Those are both of my profiles. I just made sure I comment on there just so I can get a word in before she blocked me. So yeah, that's not a friend, that's just an extra profile I put on there.
Let's go back to what I was saying. Okay, here we go.
You're too old for this. Go home. You should quit talking.
They are lying.
Wow.
Okay, I went too far down. I must have been pressing something. Okay, right. Have you seen the building? Have you read? the FOIA.
Yeah.